Good morning, good evening, good day. Are we connected? Sound is on. Yes. Oh, all of those things. Um, welcome to Milk Mother. I'm the Milk Mother. We're talking on this channel every week about the highs and the lows, the ups and the downs of early parenthood. We have a she's an 11.5-week-old baby, and we are currently dealing with sickness in our house, a lot of sickness. The baby is very fortunately not sick. But last week I was sick with food poisoning. Then the dog was sick and she was like refusing to eat for a couple of the days, which was very stressful. And now Nina is sick. The only person who hasn't been sick, touch wood, is our beautiful little baby girl, Emily. And yeah, normally she's right next to me in case I need to feed her during these live shows. But today she is still asleep because we were awake not very long ago having a feed. So here she is today. I'm watching her, so my attention will remain on the child, and that's going to flash if she moves. So I'm getting used to like life without her being completely attached to me 100% of the time, which I don't know. I don't love, but it's very, very sweet, and it's nice to give her a little bit of independence, you know. But this is amazing. I'm going to talk about this in some video, but I'll just quickly mention it now before I talk about this video. I'm going to share about like the things that even though Emily's not sick, we don't want to have that situation where we're waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning and she has a fever and we aren't prepared. So we are, she's like has a snotty nose or and whatever it is, and we aren't prepared. So I'm going to talk about today some of the things that we have that we don't know what we're doing. We're first time parents, but these are things that other parents have recommended to me. I have a friend who is a paramedic and she also has two little ones. So these are the things that she said that she used and still uses, and also the only things that she really uses. So looking forward to sharing that with you, but I would love to invite you all to share in the chat and the comments, like if there's anything that you think is awesome, that is like an essential little thing. But I just want to share gorgeous, gorgeous little baby here. Can we see that? So this little sleeping bag that she's in is the best the best thing one of the best things we've discovered, for keeping us, uh it just makes life easy. So do you see how it's, like, covered in patterns? I didn't realize this, but I reckon it is to so that you can see I can see that she's breathing. I didn't think that on a monitor like this that you would be able to see that the baby is breathing, but you can see she's breathing because those little creatures are so easy to see that they're moving. And yes, if I ever do manage to get her down for a nap in the other room, I do just spend that time staring at the monitor. I don't know how to not do that. It's pretty full on. Yeah. Oh, look at all you sweethearts here this morning. We have the Creator Classroom here, who um who's that is terrible. Bashed your foot with your phone. You bashed your foot with your phone? How did you manage that, you goose? I don't know how that happened. Did you drop your phone? Is your phone okay? Your foot's not okay. I hope that is getting better soon. It's so nice to have you here, Elle, and Louis. So good to have you here. Louis says paracetamol is essential, I think. It can easily keep a fever from reaching hospitalization levels. Yeah, that's on my list. That's definitely on my list. And I will just stipulate here that I'm certainly not a medical professional, and obviously, if you have stuff going on with your little one, like take them to the hospital if you're not sure what to do. or seek medical advice. You do you. These are just things that, yeah, we are finding. Well, I get a little bit like "Ugh," about life at times, anxious, let's say, and now, and I want to make sure I reduce that so that we can have like a calm existence with our child, and so that she hopefully doesn't catch that off of me. So yeah, these things are things that we have ready to go just in case she's sick, so that we can feel like as prepared as we possibly can. But I think it is also really important to go to the hospital if you need to, and we will absolutely do that. Oh, no. Jennifer's dropped her phone from her desk and it hit the top of her foot. Phone's fine, foot not so much. Oh, dear. Well, foot will heal, phone might not have healed. So is that a little silver lining? I don't know. That sucks that you have a sore foot. Um, so yes, paracetamol. Um, for little babies, once they reach not medical advice, but once they reach, I think it's a month or 6 weeks, they can start having paracetamol. Before that, it's like hospital for a fever always. That's what I've been told. But paracetamol comes in many shapes and sizes. And so there's obviously like there's the drops that you into their mouth, the liquid drops, and you get like a little syringe, medicine syringe thing that goes in their mouth. But they don't all taste very good. And I haven't done a taste test yet, but I know someone who has. And if you're in Australia, the best one to get is Dimedon. So that's what we have. Panadol, not good, not good. It's just apparently has a very foul taste. And I'd love to know, would you all like to see me do a taste test of these? Because I will. I'll do it. Yeah, I don't want to be taste testing that on Emily. So I trust this friend who said that Dimedon is the way to go. But yeah, obviously, if you're watching from another country, those brands probably don't mean anything to you. Nina. Nina is getting shoes. She's going to take the dog for a walk. What a sweetheart. Um, yeah, so that's the first thing. The first thing is the Panadol. The next thing is um, a really good thermometer. So we were given one of those thermometers that you take the temperature from the head. What are they called? I don't know. Like, you know, the ones where you like they use it in when you're going to shops during COVID, um, and it was terrible. It was terrible. I tried using it on Emily one time, and I tried at several different spots because you're supposed to try several different spots to make sure you're getting an accurate reading. I just want something that's gonna give an accurate reading. I don't want something that I have to be some kind of mathematician to work out the thing. Um, Jennifer has a good point here. FYI, thermometers will die faster than you think. That's good advice. So good to keep some spare batteries on hand as well. So we've got this one. It's a VIX, little VIX number, because this is what they used in the hospital when Emily was really little. So, um, this is the one, I think. I think if it's what they use in the hospital, it's probably a good one. And yeah, it's got a really easy to change battery situation. So that's good. I have linked these things in the description of this video because I'm a content creator and that's what that's what they say I should do. But yeah, you can check this out there if you need one of these. And rather than shoving it in the mouth as you would do for a human grown up, um, an adult, you just pop it under their armpit and it's yeah, much less intrusive, I guess. So yes, Elle has the exact same thermometer. Yeah, it's a little ripper. It's a little ripper. So that's really helpful, especially it's so hard sometimes to know with a tiny little baby, like, is she feeling hot? Like, is that just my imagination, or, she might be red in the face because she's just doing a poo or something. So yeah, very, very, very helpful to have a thermometer. So you can, as Louis said, pop some paracetamol in and hopefully that helps reduce it and yada, yada, yada. Oh, that's a good point. I'd recommend having a separate one for Emily than you and Nina. Is that just like for the sake of not spreading germs potentially? Oh, because that's the other thing that you definitely need with these is like a billion alcohol wipes to clean it off every time before and after. So, next thing. Next thing is oh, excuse me, Emily. She's just gorgeous. Just lights. She's still sleeping, being gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Yes, so next thing that is apparently very helpful. Again, I haven't used these things yet, but and I'm not looking forward to it, but so good to have on hand for if and when the time comes that we're dealing with a sick little baby. Is now I don't work for Vicks, but both of these products have been Vicks so far. That was a Vicks thermometer, and this is the Vicks warm steam vaporizer. That is very, very helpful to uh, to help move congestion through. Um, Steams up the room, and you're all set. Yes, we need that. Yeah, I didn't know the difference between a humidifier. So I had a humidifier because I was like I was suffering when I was pregnant from dryness in the room. So I had a humidifier and I was like, what is the difference? So this warms up the water and creates steam, and a humidifier creates mist. So it's like a cold thing. But yeah, this you can also pop like the put some like drops in like aromatherapy type of stuff, and get some good smell like eucalyptus and stuff to help with snuffly noses as well. This is very interesting, and I hadn't heard of this before. This is another one that's a suggestion from my friend who's a paramedic. Um, this is again, brands are going to be totally different all over the place depending where you are, but this is a saline nasal drop. Like they have um a spray version of this saline stuff that is apparently quite nightmarish to use on a little baby. Maybe it's better for older kids, but for little babies, drops are really good. So you just squeeze it in the schnoz and yeah, good, very helpful to have on hand. A little saline nasal drop. So that's something to look up. And I'm going to say this is probably my favorite thing. I've saved what I believe to be the best for last. And yes, again, if there's anything that you know of that you've used or you know that people use, please share it in the comments. Actually, I should check. I'll save my favorite until after I've checked what people have suggested. Yes, arnica. Oh, that's for Jennifer's foot bruising. We've just got a bunch of people suggesting that I have good suggestions, basically. Um, and Jennifer says it might even be handy to have a humidifier as well right now during the winter for Emily. Yeah, awesome. Elle has her dehumidifier running. How interesting. Yeah, humidity is 90%. Wow, yeah, no, it's like it's cold here, so we have a heater running a lot more than we would have if we didn't have a baby. So it totally dries out the air. Um yeah. Okay. Jennifer says, so this is all for cold virus sickness. What about for poo diseases? Um Hand washing? I don't know. I'm not a huge expert in that. I would say though, I mean, breast milk is pretty helpful for for poo diseases, and washing hands is also very helpful. But yes, I'll look into that, and if anyone has any suggestions on what's helpful for babies for poo diseases, you let us know that in the comments as well. But yeah, my favorite thing that I'm like probably the most excited to share because it's just so like confronting is the Frida baby nose Frida, um, which is it's called the snot sucker, which I don't know if you see this picture here, but it gives a little bit of a disgusting illustration of what to expect. And this little baby is whoop, whoop, smiling, it looks like, which I don't expect that's going to be how it goes using the nose Frida. I'm not expecting a smiley baby, but this is like it's a manual snot sucker. Um, it's a like a nasal aspirator. So they have like a lot of different versions of this, and a lot of them are like automatic, like this kind of thing that you shove there and it just like sucks the snot out of their noses. Um, but this one was recommended to me because it gives you way more control over like how much suction you're using. So like you can just use what you need rather than putting a thing in your baby's face and freaking them out. I'd love to know if people have experience with this or with the other types and what you think. I thought we'd do just a little unboxing. Yes, probably way better than the bulb one, Jennifer says. I don't even know about that, but that sounds horrifying. Is that do you like just squeeze it and as you release it, it sucks the snot out of the nose? I'll never forget reading in I think it's Angela's Ashes. Is it Angela's Ashes? I think so. One of the books by the person who wrote Angela's Ashes, which I can't like we studied it in school. I can't believe I don't remember. Uh I'll never forget. There's a scene in that where he talks about the father like with his mouth sucking snot out of the baby's nose, and I was like, I can't ever forget that. It's a lot. It's a lot to read as a child. um yeah, so here we go. What's inside the nose Frida? The Frida baby nose Frida, the snot sucker. I don't know, but okay. Oh god. Oh goodness. Ah, it's literally just that. It's just that. I don't know what the sponge is for. Ah, that's a hygiene filter. That's a good idea to have hygiene, isn't it? Ah, so that filter, so this is what it's like. This is what goes up. What bit goes up? Oh, the blue bit goes up your baby's nose. Well, not up, but near. Um, and then there's a little filter there. That's good. So that you don't accidentally suck the snot into your mouth, I guess. How disgusting. Ah, Frank McCourt. Yeah, it's Frank McCourt, Angela's Ashes. A really powerful scene about a dad sucking snot out of a baby's nose. Um, so yeah, those are the little things in our medicine kit. It's it's a lot. It's a lot. Not really. Like, actually, there's 5 things. So we've got the paracetamol, whatever there is where you are. There's the saline drops. Was there something else that I forgot? Saline drops, the the thermometer. Gotta have your thermometer, your warm steam vaporizer by Vicks. Both of these things are by Vicks, and I'm not even being paid to say that. And of course, the everyone's favorite, the snot sucker. Gross. Yeah, so let me know. I'd love to know if you've used any of these things, if you've heard of these things, if there's other things that should be on the list. Yeah, how exciting it is to have a child and just desperately want to make sure she's okay all of the time, and knowing that you're not gonna be able to, and eventually she is gonna get sick, and then then you just deal with it. You just deal with it. But yeah, thank you, everybody. Oh, does Nina might need Nina, are you able to blow your nose at the moment, or do you need me to come and suck it out of your face with the snot sucker? We're keeping our distance from Nina at the moment. She's wearing a mask. We're trying so hard to make it so that Emily doesn't have to get sick yet. But yeah, so far so good. I haven't caught Nina's sickness. It's all good. But yes, thank you for tuning in for another episode of Milk Mother. What will happen next week? Hopefully no one will be sick. Hopefully we'll be talking about some fun thing. Oh, bath update. But I put Emily in we've been using the tummy tub. And for the past she's hated it. Like, she's been tolerating it. I think that's a good way to put it. She's been tolerating the tummy tub. And yesterday we had our first bath with no screaming. And in fact, she really liked it. She was just like so calm, and even like I reckon she was in there for a good 15 minutes. And what was extra amazing was afterwards there was no screaming, like taking her from the tummy tub onto the towel that I had prepared. And it was amazing. It was like such a relief, such a relief. Yeah, it's an absolute game changer, the bath bucket. Hello, Marianne. So nice to see you. Yeah, so tummy tub, it's changed everything. It's changed everything. We were also in like quite a warm room, which I mean, I've done before, but yeah, it's good. It's like she's getting used to it, which is wonderful because soon there will be swimming lessons and I'm so excited. Yeah, all right. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a beautiful week and we'll see you next week.